Rohan, what was your path into cybersecurity and what's intriguing about this field that got you here in the first place?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Ashwin. So, um, I started my career here at Cardinal Health in the enterprise storage and backup team. This was back in 2010, and over the years I was in that on that team, we used to do every now and then like security patches and vulnerability management on the storage side. And at that point, early in my career, I didn't really understand much about it. I was just being told, "Hey, go do this," right? So, but then slowly and surely, as I started understanding why we are doing all of these things, what it really means, and once I was able to tie it back, like, hey, all these things tie back to our cybersecurity posture. That really got me interested, right, into the cybersecurity space. And then back in 2017 or 2018, I got an opportunity to build a new team in the cloud organization around security and governance.
Hmm.
So, I was presented that opportunity and I was like, hey, absolutely, I would love to do this. And that's how I got into the cybersecurity space. Um, the last 4 or 5 years, I've really enjoyed what I've done. So, just last year, I was like, hey, I've been in the security and governance team for about almost close to 4 years. I want to do something different, but again, in the cybersecurity domain, I don't want to go outside of that for the foreseeable future. And then this role happened within the identity and access management team. So again, glad to continue my career in the cybersecurity space. Hopefully for the next few years.
So, talking about your journey, I mean, obviously, there have been people that have probably helped you along the way. So, who would you kind of cite, or which group would you cite that people that have been most helpful?
Yeah, so what I would say is my leadership, my direct managers here at Cardinal Health, and there have been multiple. Don't get me wrong. So I don't want to pinpoint one single manager, but all the managers I have had at Cardinal, I have looked up to them as my mentor, unofficial mentor. I have never been in an official mentor-mentee relationship, but all my managers have provided me guidance on my career, um, you know, provided me feedback on, hey, these are the things you did good, these are things you probably should look to improve upon, things like that. So I would credit my current, where I'm at Cardinal, basically to all my managers.
Got it. Um, Talking about paying it forward, if there's somebody wanting to kind of break into cybersecurity, right? Given your rich experience, right? What advice would you have for him or her? Let's say they're just a beginner in probably
Mhm.
getting all excited seeing what's happening in
Yeah, yeah,
cyber.
yeah.
How would you advise them in terms of how they go about even number one, determining whether this is the right career choice for them, but also even within the broad realm of cybersecurity, how do they even
Mhm.
pick what's right for them?
Yeah, I mean, in the current world, with so much data proliferation, uh, cybersecurity is becoming more and more important, right? And again, a lot of people have heard about cybersecurity, but most of them don't really understand, hey, what does this really mean, right? So, what the very first advice I would give to a newcomer is, hey, don't be afraid to learn something new. Maybe it's not something that you would be passionate about, because what I truly believe is, one, you have to be passionate about something you want to do. Once you are passionate, then things just fall in line, right? It just happens. So I would say try it out, try to understand the basics of what cybersecurity is, and see if it is of any interest to you, because again, there is cybersecurity is a huge domain, right? So it's not feasible for any one individual to learn everything. It has to be a journey. You will learn as you progress in your career in cybersecurity space. So again, don't be afraid to learn something new, especially within cybersecurity, and then try to determine if this is what really drives you forward.
Got it.